her family. And they're at Sunset Beach. Hey, Maddie.
I need to turn off.
Hello. Okay, we just went out. Okay.
I started recording.
Share.
We can start the video.
And off to be turned, yes.
And then we can stop here and then to meet you.
Sound off.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
All
So
right, I can
screen
record here too, so.
Oh, we wanted a different style. Oh, no, that is the style Zoom you wanted.
Hi, Bill. Whoops. Bill, are you there?
I don't hear them.
Everybody's gone.
Oh,
Let's
they're all muted.
Hey, Kathy.
Okay, now can you say it?
I'm on mute.
Yes, I can see you and I can hear you.
Now,
Okay.
do
Carol. I'll mute myself.
do you
Oh,
want
Yes,
us?
when it starts, Cassie, it's much better if everybody is muted. Otherwise, you get a lot of feedback and background
Yes.
noise.
Okay, all right, we're gonna mute people. Here you go.
I mean, you
Okay.
can, you know, once you start, you can let people talk now, maybe.
Do you
Yeah,
want
I
us
was
to be
gonna
on
mute
video?
people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you want us to be in the video or just listening and watching?
We'll share the video. We're gonna share the Zoom pictures when it makes sense, and then you won't be on screen at all when we're doing more of the
Okay,
service
okay,
things.
all right.
Okay, so you
Sure.
don't have to worry about that, and I'm gonna mute you when it makes sense just to listen.
Okay.
So.
Yep.
And I don't know exactly how many people are going to show up. I think Marjorie's family actually is going to come in looking at YouTube, but based on the emails,
Okay.
I don't know. It's all, it is what it is.
All right. Sure, sure. Okay. Now, I sent you a note or tried to, Kathy. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that the zip order of service did not open on my phone. So
Okay.
it opened as a bunch of code. So we don't have that, but we will stand when we need to and unmask when we need to unmask. And, Marty and I can be in the choir, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, just kidding.
We're going to sing some hymns, and I was going to keep it unmuted at that point. So sing with
Oh,
your
wow.
best, your most tuneful
Sure.
voice. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or
Hopefully
not.
there's no delay. There might be delay between all of our windows.
Yes.
Bonnie, can you hear me when I talk?
Yes.
All right, but probably Kathy lights up, right?
Yeah, Kathy's lit up.
Just
Yeah.
get stained
Yeah.
glass behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm basically using her microphone.
Yeah, it makes it easier
okay.
for the stuff he's doing for YouTube. It makes
Marty,
it.
I'm wondering, should we
Yeah.
tilt it this way or something? I don't know.
So it won't surprise me at all that the bond
I'm on.
coming in right at 2.
So, yeah, Kathy, you just have to keep an eye to let people in if they come in.
Yes, thank you. That's something that I'm
Okay.
not used to doing, but I know I need to. So
Okay. And people still may come in when you're on the slideshow, and that will pop up, and you can just admit them
Admit
then
them.
also.
okay,
Yeah.
great, thanks.
That's gonna be too much.
So it's pretty hot down here in Florida. I don't know about where you guys are, but got 98 degrees.
98 degrees?
Yeah.
You said 98? Okay,
Yeah.
it's about 87 here at Sunset. It's awesome. Carolyn
That's-
ordered this weather and it's awesome.
You don't have the Sahara dust cloud there, I guess.
Well, we are supposed to, and the air is supposed to be unhealthy.
Really?
Yeah, we're starting to see it now. So.
Okay. Oh, so maybe it'll hit us tomorrow then.
90 degrees.
Where's Chris? Hey, Chris.
But she's muted. I mean, they muted themselves, so
Yeah,
I can.
but she should be able to hear me. She
Yeah.
just can't talk because she's muted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to prop up the edge.
How you feeling, Kathy?
I'm leaning against
I'm feeling
puzzles.
good. Just a little sore, but okay.
Good.
There's that lovely chair from the beach house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you tell when people are coming in?
I'm going on.
On this screen, they'll show up here. On if I'm doing something else, Bonnie says a little pop-up will come in and say.
Oh, in the
So
waiting
here's
room.
Diane. Yeah, so I can admit Diane.
All right.
That way.
Diane is my brother-in-law.
They come in muted.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She comes with no video.
She just didn't choose to share it yet,
Oh.
but she could have not gotten to that point yet. So
There we are.
we'll see.
That. We're just trying to get position.
I understand. Believe me, I understand.
Okay, back further.
Caroline.
Probably so. In a minute.
So Bonnie, are you saying that the hymns probably won't work because it'll be too much delay?
No, I don't know. I was just trying to think when we sang Happy Birthday to Taylor, if we were all in unison
It seemed to be.
or not.
Yeah, it seemed to be.
Okay.
They do all those things on those YouTube videos, you know, where they have a whole screen full of people singing together.
Well, yeah, they also have a whole camera crew behind them.
They also all have those plugs in their ears because they're muted,
Yeah.
and they've been recorded. And then some genius, some techie genius, puts it together, gets it timed right.
Hello, Aunt Di.
We have Mother with us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But she's not really there, Carolyn.
No, she's not really here. It has her name on the box.
It does. It does have.
It has her glasses, so be careful because we're being viewed
Now, I don't.
from heavenly eyes.
I guess I.
That's right.
There's gallery view, I guess, but then I lose.
Hello,
the-
Aunt Di. I don't know why I'm yelling. They can hear me.
Oh, Wendy, something about Wendy.
Mhm.
Grandma's still connecting to audio.
There's Christine
Hey,
and
Christine and
Harry.
Your hair's gotten so long.
Yes. Definitely needs a haircut, but not anytime soon.
Right. Understood.
I know. I'm gonna go get Claire.
That's
See if
weird.
she's really quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
Have Wendy monitor things for us.
There's Christine and Harry.
Yeah.
Something about the live stream is pending or waiting to go live with that message. Yeah.
Kathy a day in the church, I can tell you, in the sanctuary of their Faith United Church in Jackson. They do streaming.
Okay. So I think Keith is joining us. There he is. Hi, Keith.
Hey, how's it going, girl?
What's that?
Keep disconnected. Keep where I disconnect thing.
Yeah, we have a Zoom.
You're with David in the same place.
All right, gotta go.
Your choice.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Who else is here?
Is it on?
We have
Carolyn's here.
They're meeting
we have
everybody.
Bonnie and Taylor up in the whole Hawkins family are actually up there, and we have
Okay, I see you.
right Christine and Harry. Grace's
Here.
oldest, and then there's Chris and Carolyn. Chris is kind of off screen. And Bill and Marty are off screen, and then Diane.
Yeah, we're off and on.
Yeah,
Off and on.
that's Clint's brother and sister-in-law, and then Diane is Dave's sister, my husband.
Okay. Well, I was talking to Ron trying to get him figured out. I don't think he can figure it out.
Yeah, I know. They can watch the YouTube if they want to, but don't do both at the same time. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
There's definitely at least a 20-second
Yeah,
built-in delay.
yeah, that would be really bad.
Yeah, I think Robbie says, I think I'm on the wrong one. I said, yes, you are.
My goodness. Smart girls.
Here comes Lou and Major. And you will see my glasses glowing from my screen. I can't seem to do much about that. I have to look up.
Kathy, it's that kind of alien look.
Yeah, really. Blue eyes.
It shook him. Come on in, Mike.
Yeah. We have to wear masks.
More pictures than I have because.
Yeah, I realized I wasn't getting everybody, so I had to go to.
I know, we should have all worn masks.
Gallery view.
There's Carolyn.
But I can't see the participant thing, so I have to keep pulling it around.
That's
Yeah,
me right
but
there.
I guess, I don't know whether they'll shift.
See in the bottom?
You can move, there's a little thing at the top where
You
you
want to
can.
sit here.
In OBS, I can't move in OBS.
You're absolutely right, you can't do that.
I have to watch.
So,
I suppose I can.
Can you say where you are?
Kathy,
yes,
Kathy,
yes.
we might, when we can, just introduce ourselves because we've got so many wonderful networks of the family that don't know who each other is.
Certainly, certainly, yep.
I'm gonna mute this.
It's not how to install a hot water heater.
I guess I can do that without impacting the stream. I thought when I was on the smaller screen, I was going to have a problem.
There we go.
Where are they, Bill?
So,
Carolyn just went, and Kathy's in
Chris-
Florida. She's in Florida.
yes.
Yeah, she'll eat some.
Bill
Chris-
and Marty, Bill and Marty.
Down front. She's trying to get down somewhere.
Yes. Would you mute yours, please? Because we're hearing all the conversations going on there. Sorry.
We
Thank
thought our
you.
conversations were good, sorry.
Crazy things.
Christine, are you your mom and your sister's keeper? She can't hear me. Oops. Uh-oh. Christine, are you there? Can you hear me?
She's
Okay.
muted. Okay.
Okay, all right, yeah, sorry. Okay, I see Barb in the background
about
there.
2
She's just
minutes,
not showed
so.
up. Yeah, I wonder if we should start the YouTube video. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
I
you
guess-
told people too.
Yeah, so that's true. Might as well start it too. Okay.
There's somebody waving.
Oh, shoot, I need to admit them.
Oh.
My bad. My bad, I was looking over there and not there. That's why they haven't joined. They're going, why won't you let me in?
I have no photo on mine. What did I do?
You have sound. Just
I was like,
be patient. Oh, there's Matt. Okay.
Well, there was Ann. She's
Yeah.
full screen for a minute.
And you look amazing. Grace, you look amazingly like Anne.
like amazing.
Chaperone, you know, my multiple personalities are really at play right now.
Okay. Hi, Matt. It's good to
I'm not saying a thing.
Okay.
Let me see.
Get lighter.
My crust.
About a
It's
minute.
almost done. Yeah, it's almost 2. Yeah, I can still let people in, but we'll start roughly at 2. So, well, I think I'll start with introductions, if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, I almost did stop.
I'm muted.
The introduction, you're going to miss on the live.
That's okay.
Okay, so Ann,
Oh my goodness.
Two, I mean, you're gonna do the go live, right?
Yeah. Need to do that.
It's not two quite yet. If you go to YouTube, make sure we're streaming the right thing.
That looks like that, yeah, okay.
Oh, that's true.
It's 2 o'clock, all right, I'm gonna go live. Okay. I think we have, if not everybody, most everybody here. I mean, there's still time, people can still join, but I was trying to figure out how to let people introduce themselves because you're not really gonna know who to who to pass it off to. So maybe what I'll do is introduce everybody because it would be a little too tricky. So I'm just going left to right on my screen, which may not be the same order as yours, but I have my daughter's family, Bonnie and her husband Troy, and you can see Taylor, but I'm thinking there's another Troy there who's just, there he is, he's off the screen. Yeah, so they're coming to us from Virginia, Southern Virginia. Obviously, I guess I didn't introduce myself. I'm Kathy. My husband David is muted, so he's not going to be talking, at least not through his mic. He's doing some technical stuff for us. He's done a lot of work this week. With Carolyn, we've got, Carolyn's wandering around, but Carolyn, so my oldest sister Carolyn's there with Chris, who's just off camera, I think, my other sister, and Elaine is in the background, and Elaine has been caring for my mom for several years now. She's really part of the family. So Bill and Marty Coram are coming to us. That's Clint's brother, Carolyn's husband's brother, and his wife, and they're actually at the beach. Aren't you envious? And then Diane is my husband David's brother. That's David's sister, and she's with their mom, Barb. And Barb's not on camera right now. So then we have Harry, Christine, and Jason. That's Christina's Grace's oldest, and there's another member of that Bond family that's not there, but she's less than 2 years old, so that's okay. Claire's not there. And Keith Murdoch is my Aunt Marjorie's oldest. He's our cousin. And then Major is Lou and Major. That's Christine's husband's parents. So. And you've got John Oldenburg and Grace. So, and their younger daughter, Anne. And then Matt and his wife, Amanda, right? Yeah, so Matt is the pastor at, oh, I'm sorry, Candy's trying to get in. The pastor at Ardmore, and Matt's going to help us with the service. So.
And Amanda, I want to see what you look like.
And Candy Coram is just joining us now, so I missed it while I was doing the introductions. I missed her coming in, but she's coming in now.
Amanda's been a disembodied voice for me in the main.
Oh yes, Amanda's been helping us sell Mom's house. So, I was just waiting for Candy to get all the way in. I think she's there. So Candy, I hope you can hear us. Candy is Clint's sister. So, so while she's coming in, I think I can do a couple things. I am going to mute people through the service and unmute you if you want to for like hymns and at the end. So we'll have a little bit of time to share with each other, however much you want. And then I want to thank you all for coming. I know this was something that we had wanted to do in person, but just conditions have not really allowed that. So I'm hoping that this will give us a chance to remember and to think through or process some of the feelings that we have about losing Mom and until we can get together in person. So when that's safe. if anything goes wrong, there will be a recorded service that will be available after this is done. So if you get disconnected or something goes wrong, we will have that available so you can see that. And I want to thank all of you that contributed to your memories and thoughts about Mom for the service. I want to thank Matthew, who's not on the Zoom call, but did a great job playing the music for the service, and Matt, who's joining us from Mom's Church. And also, if you do get a chance to look at the YouTube, there is Matthew's Prelude is actually going to play on that, but it won't be playing on this on the Zoom call, just for anyway, the logistics were such that made more sense to do it there. So go back and listen to it. He's did a lovely job. I guess I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Cut over?
Yeah, I think so. So, all right. So I think what we're going to do then is I'm going to hand it over to Matt, and have him lead us into the service with a moment of prayer.
Great.
Hello.
You can unmute yourself. I have I've taken you off mute, but I think sometimes you have to okay, I guess everybody's unmuted.
Nice job on the videos. Excellent.
Very good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Very well done.
Hi, John.
Great job. Sorry I'm late.
No.
There we go.
Keith and Robbie, it's so good to see both of you. It's been forever.
Yes,
Well, how you
wow.
doing? You look good.
I have Mom right here on
I
FaceTime.
was wondering if that was Marjorie. Okay.
Oh, she didn't know how to get on it.
Had technical difficulties.
A couple of things I want to say. I didn't realize, number one, that Papaw actually looked young in one of those pictures. I don't ever remember him being young looking, and he actually looked young. And secondly, did a great job on the slideshow, and Aunt Louise will be missed. And wow, Margin and Aunt Louise look more alike than I ever really thought.
Oh, pretty scared now.
Oh gosh, but no, great job on the show. Thank you.
That was very sweet. Very sweet.
Thank you.
Matt, thank you for your participation.
Yes, Matt, thank you very, very much.
Absolutely. And I sent an email to Matthew, but please, share again that I'm very grateful for. That was lovely.
I did. He texted me during the service, so.
We have some comments from YouTube that I'm going to share in just a second, but
What is that?
I want to screen share. I want to screen share that picture with her. Kathy, did you?
if you want me to grab the screen, I can do that.
Who's that right there?
That is, I don't know, it's Chris on the far left.
I think I've got it.
Kathy, can you hear Mom?
Not really.
Not really. No, I'm sorry. I can't.
For the first time, we can't hear her.
Right here.
Well, you gotta have it pulled up.
The one
It's a good thing it's too hard to rewrite a will.
She can find somebody to do it.
Let's see.
So irreverent. Okay. There are several people who came to watch it on YouTube. Ruth Kennedy, Jim, Virginia, and Ruth are joining the celebration of Louise's life. Matthew Bacon, he likes seeing Cameron and Louise. Joe Hout, Belinda Beard, Bobby Templeton, she's our neighbor down here. Ann Collins, so happy this is being done for our dear friend. Ron Myers is a coworker of mine from years past. Kamali McWilliams.
I've got a fan sticking out of my head.
And Bobby was saying that she must have been a wonderful woman to have raised such an amazing giving person. That's sweet.
Now, will it fill the whole thing?
No.
Anyway, so those are some of the people. And my sister-in-law, Wendy, says very nice, beautiful remembrance. So those are some of the people who joined us. And those comments you can see on YouTube as well.
I always loved your mother's genteel accent. She may have been brought up in North Carolina, but she didn't sound like North Carolina. I always wondered how just the first three of you girls had nothing like your mother's genteel accent. Now Kathy sounds like she was brought up in Wisconsin. But anyhow.
I think that was a slam on so many different levels. It's hard to.
A lot of practice.
What I'm saying is your mom was non-pariah. No one's approached the beauty of her speech and her lovely accent.
Okay.
So you're saying she faked it?
Is that the same person that's executor of Mom's estate?
Yeah, really.
Who just said that?
Yeah, you still need me.
Put the confidence in him, I swear.
So some of
one of my favorite stories about Mother, and I want Martha to hear this too. For years, one of the pictures you saw was like grandmother and granddaddy's 50th anniversary, and there was a silver punch bowl that was used on that occasion. And we were all, I maybe 12 or something, I don't know how old. But for years into adulthood, I heard Mother say, "Where is the silver punch bowl? I could use it, but I think your aunts have the silver punch bowl." I would hear this repeated by Mother on numerous occasions. Wonder who's got the silver punch bowl. So finally she got up her nerve and she asked my aunt, "What happened to the silver punch bowl?" And my aunt finally told her it was rented for the occasion. So I've thrown that up to her many
times. Some of those who joined us after the introductions were made were Candy, whose picture is there now. She was joining as we were introducing people, and my grandson DJ, who's joined us as well, and Rob. So thanks for joining.
Mm-hmm. My pleasure.
And Dross, you got Dross down here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Ross.
Hi.
I always loved it when your mother visited us in Memphis because my yard was so much better after she left than when she first came.
When Mom came to visit us in Rochester, we just recently bought a house, and the previous owner had landscaped the backyard. And Mom spent a lot of time planting irises on one side of the yard. And Dave turned to me at some point and said, "Why is she planting flowers on our neighbor's yard?" Because that land was actually owned.
I now have a grandma's gardening hat, so I plan to put it to some good use at my townhouse. So I'll take some pictures for y'all. I don't plant flowers, but currently trying some vegetables. And I know that wasn't
We'll be there for dinner.
Bill and Sarah Medlin joined us on YouTube as well. So.
Good.
Well, I have to say, when we would visit Grandma, the one thing I always remembered was that every morning for breakfast, you could count on two things. A big breakfast with a side of fruit. There was always a bowl of fresh fruit, and you had to eat it. You had to eat that fruit. And you always had your daily devotional. There was no way you were going to start the day without the daily devotional. And so she had some really good practices that I have yet to instill in my life, but maybe I'll start doing it now.
Ann is correct in that she never went hungry.
No.
That's true.
And then at Christmas, you know, we always had to put the luminaries out. There was no way you were going to have Christmas if you didn't have the luminaries lining the driveway and the side of the street as well. So, you know, there were some traditions. I always felt like she loved Christmas. You know, the going to Duke when she lived in the area, going to Duke for the Christmas Eve service. And then, of course, we'd always stay an extra, it felt like 30 minutes to listen to the organ play, because she loved hearing the organ music. And I just felt like Christmas was really special to her, with her like 12 trees in the house that were decorated. I don't know how she managed.
And Carolyn and Clint decorated.
Yeah.
Chris did. Chris.
We had them for every holiday, you know, Valentine's Day tree, Easter tree. I bet there's a St. Patrick's Day one that I'm unaware of. Grandma was very festive.
She wasn't Catholic.
Well, at least your mom comes by it honestly then.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for inviting us. We're going to get off and go back to the beach.
Right. Yeah,
Get back to the beach, you silly people.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard life. We have to do
Good
it.
to see you, Bill and Marty.
Thank you. Love you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Have fun.
Thank you.
well, there's Draws. Looks like Draws is going to say something, but he doesn't.
Roz, you're not in your room. Where are you?
I'm a man of few words.
Yeah.
Oh.
Driving with headphones on, not safe.
Driving with it.
You look like you're in a car.
I am in a car.
He's driving somewhere.
Okay.
I'm coming back from vacation.
No, that's somebody else. Well, Kathy, I'm going to get off. Mom's getting heavy.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Kathy.
Bye-bye.
Hey, give her a love, Keith.
We will. I will.
Take care, everybody.
Okay.
Have a good
You all.
Good seeing everybody, and
Good
have
seeing
a
you
good
too,
weekend.
Rob. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for inviting me. It was really good job. Put on a
It's good
great
to
job.
see you.
Thank you.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks
Bye.
thanks for including us. Bye.
Goodbye.
Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you all so much. Y'all are so special, and your mom was so wonderful, and just a true wonderful part of Ardmore and the community, and your family's legacy is just amazing. So thank y'all for the opportunity to do that. I have to go surf the internet and find a sermon for tomorrow, so I will.
You better forget about that.
Yeah, you could watch some of our live streams from Faith. Maybe you can use one of Barry's sermons.
Get it into my headset, and I could just move my lips.
Yeah.
That's it.
Y'all take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Carolyn, you don't need to go to Tractor Supply.
Oh.
Your deer
Andy,
are
we'll talk about that
happy.
later. We're not going to worry about that. That's good.
But your deer will be happy.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Crazy woman,
We,
too, and I'm about to shoot mine.
Yeah, Troy.
All right.
Troy. All
Oh
over.
my God, they're eating me out of the house and home.
I enjoyed the service, and I'm gone, folks.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Candy.
Bye, Candy.
Love ya.
Bye.
Okay, Kathy, thanks again. Thanks to
Know how to
everybody.
turn this thing off.
It's really good to actually see everybody. I'm glad it worked up to a point. You know, there's always technology.
Quentin and It's,
I probably didn't acknowledge all that did to make this happen.
Thank you, Dave.
Kathy,
Absolutely.
Kathy, can I share one picture?
Yeah.
A picture, I don't think you included it.
I'm sorry.
I think she's got it so it's unshareable. Can you free it up so?
Let me see. You should be able to share.
How do I don't know how to do that.
Kathy has to make you the host, and then Carolyn can share.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Hey, I'm so cold.
Bye, Grandma. Bye, Gigi.
Hold it up to the screen. I don't know how to make you the host. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
I'm not sure how to go.
If you make Carolyn the host, then Carolyn can share her screen.
How to go.
Noise.
A lot of feedback.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay. It's okay.
But I mean, to make her the host, you just go to her picture, and in the top right corner, it'll say "Make Host."
While she's doing that, I want to thank everybody, every one of you, for allowing me to be with your mom.
Can you hear Elaine?
Yes.
Did you hear Elaine?
I heard her.
Okay, here we go. Let me share this and then we'll. Uh-oh, where is it? There it is. There it is. That was on our birthday trip where we celebrated Mom's 90th birthday at St. Solomon's, and we included some time at it's either that or January Adventure that year. Anyway, that we got a chance to go to Faith United Methodist Church in Jacksonville, and I just think that's a precious picture of Mom.
I can't see
And
it.
of Kathy. Now notice the difference in Kathy's hair. Now let me see. I'll go back. Okay.
It's more fashionable now.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
It still needs a better vehicle than the Matrix.
What, Grace?
She said she still thinks that was a better vehicle than the Matrix.
Josh, you did not hear that. Josh, you didn't hear that.
John has put it through his paces. It's
Working well. That it's got an oil change. We had a recall come in the meantime. It's got a new passenger airbag. This thing's ready for combat. It's ready to go.
Professional jousting.
Well, Roz is used to that golf cart, so as long as we're close.
As long as it makes brakes.
I've had it inspected in North Carolina anyhow.
Already?
I won't tell you any good parts, but it's safe. That's the real thing.
Oh, that's good.
Y'all, Elaine wanted to say something, but she's got to go to take care of her mom.
Did you hear me? Did you hear Chris? Elaine wanted to say something. I don't know why it's not kicking into it.
Speak up. Yes, speak. Never speak.
It has to show up with that. There we go, Elaine. Go ahead, Elaine.
I want to thank every one of you for letting me be a part of this. And you are my family. We have a lot of good memories. I've got a lot of good memories. And talking about the Matrix, one day we were going somewhere and I was backing out being real careful. She said, go ahead. I said, well, I don't want to knock the mirror off. She said, well, what's one more dent going to hurt?
Did you hear Elaine?
Yeah.
Did you hear Elaine? Okay, good. Okay. I just didn't see that outline around it. Okay.
Well, anytime something happened to that car, it was always somebody else's fault, even though it was the paint on the garage door.
Oh yeah, like the Easter when the pressure was on, which some of you have seen that live action. And I called Mom because I needed more greenery at the church. And I can't remember where the matrix was, but I said, just use the Audi. So she used the Audi. And she got to the church with the greenery, and Clinton happened to get there about the same time and noticed that the passenger mirror was gone on the Audi. And he approached Mom and he says, Louise, do you have something to tell me? She looked at him and she said, what? And he says, the mirror's gone on this side. Well, I didn't think I hit that tree that hard. And he said, Louise, you give me that greenery. You take this car and you park it in your garage, because we do not want Carolyn to see this car between now and tomorrow Easter, maybe Easter Monday. But you hide this car in your garage because the whole side is crunched in.
Our mistake was not driving it off.
So he very quietly, with a drink, just said, I got something to tell you why the Audi's not in our garage. And he says, just don't be concerned about it till Monday. And I go up there and said, Mom, do you have something to tell me? About what? Well, about the Audi sitting in your garage. Well, I didn't think I hit that tree that hard. Oh, mercy. I understand why the United Methodist women really wanted for a mother and daughter banquet. Several years they said, we want you and Louise just to sit down and have a conversation together, because it is so funny what you say to each other and how rude you are to each other. And we both looked at each other and said, really? You know, we can't stage that. You know, that's the kind of thing that's just spontaneity. It's just sheer spontaneity. But we had plenty of encounters. Yeah. They are funny. They're funny. We ended up laughing. But that was the Audi story. She was good about taking the mirrors off cars.
Yeah.
Our Christmas tradition used to be that someone would back into somebody else. So
right here. She backed into my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is part of our holiday.
And Alex. And Alex's car.
I mean, a big.
In Alex's vehicle. That's the person that helps her with the yard.
He said, I went. He heard the crash.
She was an amazing, amazing woman. And we never fully will understand or comprehend all that she has given and gone way beyond, and hurt that she has done her best to not be hurtful for us. She earned her wings decades ago. Decades ago. And I thank God, if it had to happen the way it did, that she did not have to endure what's going on right now. Because to be on oxygen 24/7 and have to wear a mask over that is just horrible. And the news would drive her crazy on all fronts. It's just way more than she could handle. So it's so hurtful, and you wish I can't help but wish a PET scan had been done of her whole body to find where it was, because there had been a suspicion for some time that where it was not being discovered. But she did not have to live. She's been long ready to go. She's missed Dad immensely, and she's been long ready to go. Has talked about it for some time. So her peace, it certainly is my peace, because she has been wanting that. And I'm just so thankful she's not having to watch the news and be aware. Maybe she's aware, but she's got different eyes to view it, and a different heart. different place to view it. Yeah,
She no longer has to suffer.
that's right. That's exactly right, Ross. Because it's there, not being able to breathe. We hear that a lot on the news, but that was her greatest fear. Her greatest fear truly was not to be. When we put the generator on the house, it helped with that, to know that that oxygen wasn't going to go off. But that was a great fear.
Yeah.
And even in the emergency room, we said, please, we just minimize her pain, but she cannot struggle to breathe. Cannot. Let's do whatever we can that she doesn't experience that, because we've made it clear that that's her greatest fear.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. I mean, the whole time, the care, the presence that we were able to be, those of us who would be there, and the godsend of technology and getting Kathy on the phone. I mean, in the state that she was in, you could just see such peace in just hearing Kathy's voice that Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
So it was all a real blessed experience. Hey, Troy, I want to know how you are. Papa Troy?
Go ahead.
I'm here. It's tough.
That's what I'm afraid for you, yes.
Yeah,
well, you sure have been in our...
We just had 2 officers go out with symptoms of COVID. So that's got me like, oh God, not this again.
Yeah. I feel your pain, Troy. I have 10 patients with COVID and worked with one all week, and they decided to tell me yesterday she's been positive this whole time. And I'm like, I figured, considering she's sharing a room with someone positive. So,
oh, geez.
Yeah, because I'm in a nursing home at the moment. So there's no telling, how much it'll spread from here on. So
you guys have to get tested, or what's the procedure for the staff?
Well, that's a fun story. All the patients are on like one wing, and they just don't want to test everybody because there's a dispute with the health department and our facility about who has to pay for it. It's not just covered. And they're like, well, we don't want to pay the money. So I've been tested once. And even though we've had 5 new cases since the last time I was tested, I have not been tested again. And they will only do it on a symptomatic basis.
Oh.
So I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster. And I'm just going to go with the fact that I'm going to work with COVID at some point and just not know it. I mean, I don't know. Unless I go out of my way to get tested, I won't be tested unless, I don't know, unless they show that it's spreading to other halls. So it's weird. It doesn't make sense to me, but I guess I don't make the rules, so.
No.
Yeah.
Troy, how often are you tested?
Troy,
I'm not going to
did you
get
hear
tested
that?
unless I show symptoms.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
Same.
I don't want to have that extra stress of waiting those 3 days for my results.
Yeah.
I got tested for surgery and I had the results the next evening. I was surprised actually because they require the test to be done three days in advance. So I thought that was.
Yeah.
So they're coming back that quick?
Yeah.
It's more, yeah.
Oh, see, I may have some people just playing hooky then.
Well, there are different tests, and you can't speak to the ones that.
Oh, we had an officer that was tested on, yesterday was Friday, Thursday, and they said he wouldn't have his results back by Sunday or Monday. We thought that was kind of odd.
It's a bit long.
I can't tell you, Troy, because there are some tests that take longer, so I don't know. But
okay.
Yeah, I have heard of people down here where it takes almost a week to get their test results back.
Really?
Like he was trying to get a 4-day weekend.
And there's some sites you can go to, you get your test back in 2 hours. So
Yeah,
depends on the test.
Don't know. Yeah, depends on the test.
Well, Kathy, how fast did you get your results from your COVID testing on some? Oh, 24 hours. I'm sorry. It was 24 hours you got your results.
A little more. I guess it was more like 36, but yeah, I got it the evening of Monday. I was tested Sunday morning. So.
Was that at MD Anderson?
It's
Was that at the same facility where
hospital related to them, but it's not MD Anderson. So.
Okay.
Have you guys thought about getting out of Florida before a wall is built on the Florida border between that and every other state?
We are close to the border. Maybe we could slip across.
You know, I don't know. I'd give it some serious thought. Apparently, 3 states up north have seceded from the Union: Connecticut, New York, and was it Massachusetts?
Yeah.
But
yeah, we.
Well, the good news is, if we needed to self-quarantine someplace, we take our house with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so those states have done. I think they should do it in South Carolina. I think they need. I don't think they need to let these people in South Carolina. Of course, I'm one of them, but I finished in South Carolina. But I came from there this morning. I really need to be tested, but I have never. I mean to tell you, I mean that you may see a mask per 300 people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, it is just, but it is pathetic. It is pathetic.
Yeah,
And when you see,
other than at the hospital, that was pretty much the case around here. You don't see people wearing masks. I mean, around the church, yeah, but not even consistently there. So I don't know. We are far more concerned than in that respect than anybody else.
I look like a hazmat person at work. I have like my white gown on. I have my N95 under a surgical mask, and then I wear my face shield, and I have a hairnet. It's literally a hairnet. Like, it's like a plastic hairnet. And no one can tell us apart anymore at work. They're like, which therapist are you? Because we just apparently all look the same.
and all that just to throw hamburgers.
Did you get that off? Did you get that plastic hairnet off a bag of oranges?
I don't know. My boss just handed it to me, and I said, "Well, I guess it's better than nothing."
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's hot. It is so hot. Oh my God, that's the worst part. It just gets really hot. So,
Kathy,
when I get the chance to sneak away from a patient's room and go to a solo room and pull my mask down a little bit and.
It's fine if you want it,
I think
but
I
you're
can
still
relate to
recording this
Grandma
part
just
too.
very slightly when she says
I understand.
she doesn't want to like struggle to breathe, you know, because it gets hard sometimes. And everyone who comes back from the hospital, you have to treat them like COVID. So